so hard, an alliance slowly forming like a boner in my heart. So if you wanna fucking friend me, better give me all you got. No, I don't take this lightly, cause it's heavy, heavy friendly.
There is an eagle flying. Yeah!
Hey, y'all. It's me, Laura. Hey, man, come here. Lay down. It's me, Laura. And I'm sitting here with Joe Barlow. Welcome to Heavy Friending. We sound funny to you, maybe, and we sound funny to us, too. Listen, if you're just starting this episode,
This can't be the start.
it has to be. Listen, if you're just starting, you have fucked up.
Wait, what?
You need to go back an episode.
Yeah, there's a part 1.
Yeah, this is part 2. And if you're just starting, you're going to be confused. We're really high.
And this, honestly, if you just listened to this, if you, darn it.
Literally, right before we started recording, Joe is standing holding a box of crackers, saying, "This is good dry. This is great dry."
Yes, we ate the moon pies, and I was like, "This is bad dry. This isn't good dry. It's too dry."
He's just very into how
And
the
I said,
right
"This
amount
is good dry. This is the everything
Yeah,
crackers."
you just kept saying it. I feel like you said it.
I think I said it only 3 times.
Okay, sorry. But once was enough. Okay. Anyway, I'm bringing it back down. Hi, my name's Laura Lee Bishop. I'm sitting here with Joe Barlow.
Hi,
Welcome
everyone.
to Heavy
Dr.
Friending.
Cool.
Oh, you brought it back.
Okay, well,
He is high, folks. This is a professional. And before I was questioning his credentials, but after what you just said,
I hosted a show on 94.1 The Dog. I don't know.
yeah, okay.
Couldn't think of the call letters.
But what was the name of the show? Why don't you tell everybody?
Oh, Tiddlywinks with
Yeah.
Joe and Creston?
Yeah.
I think I've said that, right?
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Anyway,
Welcome
so
to this show. And again, it's like, definitely don't listen to this episode on its own.
weird. Yeah. And it would make me think you're weird. Like you're judging us and think we sound weird. But if you were to just listen to this episode that clearly says part 2 in the title, there's something wrong with
Make
you.
sure you do that.
That's sick.
But I think we should intro the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, well, but I was saying, even though we know they already listened.
Oh,
let's
yeah. We
intro-
should intro that. We always, because we're professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Laura Lee Bishop. I'm sitting here with Joe Barlow. This is Heavy Friending, Austin's #1 friendship-based podcast. Each
Hi, guys.
week we do fun activities together that bring us closer together because we started off as complete strangers, and now here we are, high AF together. First time we've ever been high together. First time Joe's ever been high.
That's true. And we are in a legal territory.
Yes, we're in a legal territory.
And this is a legal.
It's legal weed in a legal territory.
And if, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
maybe when this comes out, it'll be legal.
I wish it would be legal. Were you really trying to say that?
My tongue got like, it felt like a rubber band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
What was that?
I don't know.
Things are happening to Joe.
My tongue is
Things are
not
happening.
working as well.
Things are happening to me too.
It
I
feels
definitely
like it feels like a dead fish. My tongue.
Your tongue?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it feel bigger?
Yeah. Well,
Okay, don't grab it.
I don't know if it feels almost numb too.
Okay.
I think that's why it
You're
doesn't
making
feel
me
like.
analyze my tongue now, though. Now I can't stop thinking about my tongue.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how we talk. It's so weird.
Yeah.
We're like
look at
blah
it.
blah blah.
I know.
It's sick.
I'm honestly
It's so sick.
because my tongue is out of control.
It is out of control.
Okay. I'm like worried. I'm worried that I'm going to swallow it. And that's a real thought in my head.
One time I got really high and I ate so much food. I was laying in bed and I thought I could feel it all the way up to my neck. I was like, I've eaten myself. Like I've stacked it up to my neck. I really thought that if I tried to put in another bite, it was just going to fall out of my mouth because I couldn't fit anything else in.
That's crazy.
It scared me.
It should scare you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm a little worried about my tongue.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
I'm telling you, I can't feel it.
Do you think you're having an allergic reaction?
No. Well, I don't know.
Your face looks fine.
Okay.
I mean, as good as can be expected. You okay? Do you ever freak out, man? Because you're scaring me a little.
I'm not feeling good.
Okay, his headphones have come off. His glasses have come off. Is your tongue really numb, like you can't feel it at all?
Yeah, I just feel really weird.
Do you think you're having an allergic reaction?
No.
You think you're having a high weird?
Yeah, it's bad.
Do you think you need to lay down on the ground?
No.
Do you think you're too high?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, it's bad.
Too high?
I told you I don't do it.
Too high to continue? Maybe there'll be no part 2.
No, there can be a part 2. I mean, eventually, that's what I just need to chill.
You need to chill. You want to take a break?
Keep
recording.
We can take a break. Yeah.
Stop recording. Okay. Hey, listeners, we're back. Joe's just taking a little breather, and I'm hitting these snacks, and I'm doing I'm doing Sour Patch Kids. I don't really like this kind of candy usually. I got it because that was a lot. I got it because I didn't know what Joe wanted for a snack. But I was just thinking, eating when you're stoned. I've been reading a lot about mindfulness and being present in the present moment. And there's a thing called mindful eating where every bite, you take a bite and you put your fork down in between every bite and chew it. And think about what you're eating and all the tastes and everything. And man, when you're stoned, it's really like mindful eating. You taste flavors you've never tasted before. And I've done that here today with these Sour Patch Kids. I think I do like them. They just have those commercials that say first they're sour, then they're sweet. And it's really true. They're so sour at first. And then they are super sweet. So that's all I wanted to say. We'll be back with more. Sound speeds.
All right.
All right. Well, here we are. Just watched a couple episodes of Rick and Morty. Well, I watched them.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you were back behind me over my shoulder, which is a little unnerving.
Yeah,
actually, for a high person.
I was looking all over the place.
Yeah. What did you notice? You notice anything weird?
I went in what I call the think hole.
Yeah.
Or the think box was maybe originally what it was. And then I get stuck in there and I think about just everything, but none of it means anything.
Everything and nothing.
And it's weird because sometimes I can like escape my think hole and like,
I like think box
I know
better,
I'm breathing. I know I'm
alive.
I think I'm talking.
You are talking.
Because then when I do like a gesture or something, it sort of brings me back out of the think hole or the think box. Do you think this is going to be good? Sometimes I find things very funny.
That aren't funny.
Am I registering
as funny?
Like a smile?
Yes, you're smiling. And I like it. It's better than the face you've been making for the last
but that's
bit of time.
There's like a part of my brain that's in the think hole.
Okay.
And then the part that's out, like I was noticing that I was able to do my normal body functions.
Breathe,
swallow,
blink.
Yeah, the breathing. Sometimes I have to remind myself to bring it through the nose.
But that's like sometimes just in general, right?
The tongue is still like floppy, so it's. Right. I think I'm speaking clearly.
You are,
and this is going to be so weird
and
tomorrow.
Really articulate too.
Because I'm still like half in the think hole and half out of it.
Well, I'm glad you're half out.
But what I was saying was I can do things on autopilot. And now I guess the podcast.
You're on autopilot.
Because I'm in the think hole. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Well, you're fucking killing it, man. You're fucking killing it.
And I know I'm laughing. Yeah. So that's an odd, there's automatic responses
on the mic, but
happening.
I'm riding the fader.
Now. But I'm just saying, well, I was never good at that.
Yeah.
But it's autopilot. I was never good. See, I know I'm laughing, but I'm in the think hole because it's like there's a separation between me and the outside.
Yeah.
And even though I'm maybe smiling, I'm doing it. Maybe it's just a reflex. It's natural.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. It's natural.
I think what you're doing is good, though. I think it's natural.
What do you mean you think? What do you think I'm doing?
Good. Like, no, I think what you're saying is good. I think
you don't know what you're saying. I don't know what I'm saying because I'm in the think
Okay,
hole.
but just stay where the mic is while you're in the hole. Okay. I really appreciate you coming on and explaining that. And
we can keep going.
Okay, well,
because what have you been doing?
Okay,
I'm not going to remember this, though, I don't think.
Okay, you will, actually.
You think?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. But also, do you want to put your headphones on?
It's not going to help.
Well, it was going to help you not to pull away from the mic because you'll hear that you're not on the mic. You know what I mean? Oh, you mean it's not going to help the think hole state?
Yeah, I don't know. It might. Oh, whoa.
Okay, so because I had to turn you up because you were so far off the mic. Okay, too much? Too much?
Interesting.
Okay. What if I start panning my voice around?
Don't.
Okay. So, it's so hard not to, but yeah, I won't. No, I watched a couple episodes of this show and looked on social media. I shouldn't look on social media when I'm high because I think I get like weird, like, what were those people doing without me? I get weird about that, like I wasn't included in someone's fun. Even if it's like people I barely know. I ate some snacks. I had some chips and queso. That was good. It looked like you had a moment back here with Ruger.
Oh yeah, he was my support.
Yeah, he
dog.
knows kind of sometimes when people.
Well,
are
I think there was a moment he was over there and he was staring, but my glasses were off. So, I think we were just staring at each other.
Yeah,
and then he did eventually come over.
Yeah.
But he wasn't there all the time.
He knows when you really like. I think when you get to the really depth. The darkest depths he knows, and he comes a running.
Yeah.
Did he feel like? Do you feel like he helped you?
He wanted to help, but I don't think he helped.
Yeah, he wanted to help, but there's no way to help you. No, nothing could have helped you
if you're in the think hole.
Yeah.
There's no coming out.
So you said you were looking around the room. You were looking at all kinds of things. What were you looking at, and what were you thinking?
I was looking. I mean, I was looking at that skeleton over there.
That's not
huh?
That's not the best thing.
Is that the skeleton?
Yeah, that's the skeleton.
Okay. Yeah.
Was it freaking you out?
No, I thought it was just, all right.
Okay. Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. You noticed the reflections of lights. It wasn't all, I mean, I feel like when I talk about it, it sounds fun.
Yeah, a little bit.
And it seems like I'm having fun, but I wasn't always having fun.
I didn't feel like you were having fun. In fact, it was scaring me a little bit.
It scared me.
Yeah, it scared me.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. There were real dark moments.
And
then
you fucking, I
forgot. I went in the think hole. I forgot that we were doing a podcast. And then I hit my hands together and it confused me because I'm wearing headphones.
Yeah.
And then I remembered, so I don't even know what you were talking about.
Just you were talking about looking around the room and you said it sounds like the things you were observing was fun.
Yeah. No, it wasn't fun. It was, told you, it was
dark.
I
said, it sounds fun. All right. First of all, just because you're freaking out doesn't mean you have to be a dick. Okay. Because I think I've been very supportive.
You have. You tried to make a joke. It did not help. the humor. It was dark.
Yeah, I know it was dark, but you have to as a friend, you have to try all the different things. You try jokes.
I do
snacks. You try
that.
TV. You try. Do you need a beverage type of thing? Want some juice? Can I rub your back?
I don't remember the juice.
You don't remember me rubbing your shoulders for 30 minutes?
I know that didn't happen.
All kinds of stuff happened, man. When you were in that hole, I was in a hole.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
But also yours.
I was in the hole. I was in the hole.
Yeah, I know.
And then, yep, that's about it. That's the story.
Well, you're coming out of it. I can tell.
You think?
And yeah.
Well,
you're
then I go back in and out.
I know you go back in and out.
And I'm telling you,
you were fully in and you weren't coming out.
I'm telling you. I know. I'm telling you what I think.
What you think I want to hear?
No, I don't know.
Okay, it's fine. All I'm saying is you're coming in and out of the hole, but before you were fully in the hole and you weren't coming out of the hole.
Oh.
So you're getting
now
better.
I get it. Okay.
No, it's not a joke. I'm serious though. You are coming in and out.
And that's technically true, but I know what you're
doing. No, I'm not doing that. I'm literally saying you are coming back and you're going back into the place. Well, I won't use hole. But before you were in the place and you weren't coming out of the place. So what I'm saying is you're on the up and up.
Yeah,
you're getting better.
I'm in two places right now.
Yeah.
I'm in the real world and I'm in the think hole.
Yeah.
The think box.
Yeah. Let's just settle on one. Think hole or think box. And we'll just stay with that one.
Sometimes I have funny observations and that helps pull me out because then my body might laugh. I think you said you heard me laughing.
Yeah, you were laughing. And then when I asked you why, you said because my fingers were dancing.
Yeah. And then that was when you tried to make me laugh.
Then I looked at it. Then I said, okay. And you showed me how you did it. And I did it too.
Yeah. I feel like you were trying to make me laugh.
I was just trying to feel it out with you, man. I was trying to just trip down there with you, man. I don't know. No man left behind for me. All right. Anyway, so we're probably going to wrap up here. Joe's going maybe a little bit more in the hole than he was a few minutes ago. But this has been fun. And the thing is, Joe, we're going to go to bed and we're going to get up in the morning and we're going to talk a little bit about our journey. Because we've been on quite a journey and I still may go on one still because I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to bring some snacks with me. I may take another puff of this. You never know what may happen, probably not, probably just wash my face and go to bed. But, thanks for being with us this long and, supporting our podcast. We'll be back tomorrow, but also it'll be on the same episode. So just see you in literally like a second. You're just gonna hear and then we'll be back and it'll be tomorrow. Thank you. Hey listeners, it's the morning after. Well, what a night.
Hey, what's up?
What a wild ride.
I don't know. I remember a
Yeah,
lot.
I know. Well, that's another thing. You're like, I'm not going to remember this. I'm like, yeah, you are.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because there are things that I remember that don't make any sense.
Right.
And then there was, moments of being completely trapped.
Well, now that you're here with us, you're out of the hole, your think hole.
Yeah, there was a hole. All right.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about the things you remember that don't make sense and a little bit about what was happening?
I mean, I think I don't know. There were parts where I didn't know if I was talking or if I was just keeping it to myself. And then I got really scared that I was saying horrible things on microphone. You said I wasn't.
No, you weren't. You were saying normal things.
Okay.
You sounded normal.
It sounded normal.
I mean, it sounded like you were high. It sounded like we were both high, I feel like. I haven't listened back, but I mean, I believe it sounded like we were high.
Yeah.
But you weren't saying anything like, I want to murder people.
Okay,
or
good.
Anything like that.
Because I was thinking some of those things.
Of course. That's totally normal.
And I got freaked out that I said them and didn't just think them.
Yeah. I assume you're always thinking those things too, even when you're not high.
Well, I think that's the scary thing is you lose control. You know, I like to be in control.
Yeah,
I like
do.
to have my secrets. I like to keep them. I like to not say everything that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
But then when you're, you know, under the influence of something, you lose that control. So it can be frightening for me.
Yeah. And it was frightening for me because I was like, great, you know, I was fine.
You were having fun, but then you were having less fun.
Well, I was having less fun because I was worried.
Yeah, I know.
So when we went up to go to bed, in the same bed, in case any of you are wondering. No, when we went up to bed, I was in the other room, and then I started thinking, fuck, I hope he's not in there going into anaphylactic shock. Because the tongue thing, because you kept talking about your tongue, and that's like one of the signs of somebody having an allergic reaction. So then I spent a lot of time Googling anaphylaxis and CBD oil, anaphylaxis and weed, anaphylaxis and vaping. And I was trying to figure out which I couldn't find anything to say that anyone had gone into anaphylactic shock from smoking a CBD vape pen. But then I thought maybe there was just like one ingredient in there that was like weird and affected you and you were in there dying, but then I didn't want to wake you up. And then I was thinking how fucked up it is that I didn't want to wake you up when you could be in there dying. And that went on. I mean, I want to say it went on for like a couple hours that I was very concerned. And I believe you were probably asleep through all of that.
Well, I know I was awake for a while. And I think being in darkness and laying down was helpful.
Good. Well, I thought when I said like, do you want to be alone? And you're kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, but it was good, right?
I think it was better.
Yeah.
And I think it was good because I think I was tired anyways.
Yeah.
I think there were a lot of factors going on. Yeah. I think the tongue thing, though, I think what happened was I had burned my tongue and mouth on a chicken sausage.
Okay.
And, come on. So I think it was like a little, you know, feeling different, and then it was like enhanced. So then it was like, oh, I can't feel my tongue.
Yeah. Yeah, but like when you smoke weed, that's like one of the things. It's like your mouth feels funny, you know?
Yeah, but I think it's made worse by the chicken sausage.
Sure.
Hot chicken sausage.
Yeah, and also the fact that you don't do well with weed. Let's just put it out there.
Well, it's never been this bad.
Okay, well,
there was one time where I got,
least.
I'm not actually okay with that. I really don't know about this episode. I will never listen to this episode.
A lot of people will, though. And
I know it's not great.
No, I think it's good. I think it's good because, again, like you didn't freak out on the mic. You just had like this moment where you're like, yeah, I need to stop. And then we stopped. So no one knows the shit you were doing.
What was I doing?
Sitting back behind my shoulder, quietly staring off into the distance, saying nothing at all.
I get very quiet.
And then I was like, hey, man, and are you okay back there? And you were like, just chuckling to myself. And I was like, about what? That. And you said, I was making my fingers dance.
I did. And that was the only fun part. After I took my headphones off.
You put your fingers in front of your eyes and you showed me how you did it. So then I did it.
And it wasn't funny
you're like,
for
it's not funny when you do it because your fingers are too far away.
Yeah.
So that.
I think that's good commentary on perspective.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of great commentary you could make on all of this. I mean, I do think it's interesting on the drunk episodes. I'm the one who makes a fool of myself.
Yeah, go listen to those if you haven't, because it's not right.
And I put it out there, you know. I just let it all out, right?
I know, and you had to edit those.
And I say really crazy stuff, and it's really embarrassing. But those are the funnier things, so I have to leave them in. You know, and so this is just part of us and what we do on this podcast. We said it's a friendship-based podcast, but it's also educational. And this is how you can see what weed does to different types of bodies, different types of people.
You can't legalize it. You got to keep it illegal.
No, you got to legalize it. You got to legalize it, but certain people just shouldn't smoke it, maybe. I don't know.
I'd be fine if I didn't smoke again. Although I will say I've had fun experiences. And this was the worst experience of my life.
Of your life, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm glad it's recorded. That's all I can say. And it's something you can listen back to in the future to remember. If anyone ever is going to hand you some weed at a party, maybe you can say, hey, let me check in with that episode.
Well, you know what else is nice is I can play it for them and I can say, this is why.
This is why.
And how dare you?
Exactly.
Never offer me. And then I'll know they didn't listen to this episode.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Because anyone who listens to this is never going to offer you weed.
That's true.
Especially if they're trying to have fun.
They're not even going to invite me to a place that has it.
Yeah, they're like not joking. You're like wondering why you're not invited to certain
It's
things.
funny though, because the last time I had a little gummy, which was, a month or two ago, and it was very fun.
Well, maybe it was just a very small amount.
I think I overdosed.
Something. Yeah, well, okay.
I think I overdosed.
Okay,
yesterday.
well.
What do you mean?
I think you smoked too much.
It's an overdose.
You got too high.
Is that that's an overdose?
No, I don't think you overdosed.
What's it? Not a normal dose. It's not an underdose.
I think
it's an overdose.
Okay, sure.
I
if you want to
overdosed.
tell people you overdosed once, sure.
I will.
I'll give it to
and
you.
I'll play the tape.
Well, I'll say this. You know what I learned though? I'm a good friend. Because I was high as fuck.
You
okay?
were pretty helpful because you gave me what I needed, I think, was space because I'm working out these problems in my brain and untangling them and then coming back to reality for a moment and then going back into the think box.
Right. Yeah. And
but you were good. You were helpful, but
I let you do that even though it was freaking me out. Okay. You're freaking me out a little, man. You were harshing up my fucking mellow.
I was freaking out. Dude.
Okay. And then I had to worry about your death for the whole night. And I thought, well, you're just high and being paranoid. But then when I woke up this morning, it's like the first thing I thought was, I hope there's not a fucking corpse in my guest bedroom right now. Because if there is, God almighty, I'm going to have to play them I'm going to have to play the episode for the police.
Yeah.
They're going to ask me why I didn't check on you. And I'm going to have to say, because I didn't want to wake him up, and everyone's going to be mad at me. I was thinking your parents are going to hate me.
Yeah. A lot of people would hate
myself.
you. There's a lot of the Joe heads that would be really pissed.
And it sucks. So I was very worried about that. So I'm a good friend.
Yeah, you didn't check on
but I didn't.
My corpse.
I didn't need to check on you because you weren't having, because it was the fact that I thought you were having an allergic reaction.
It was psychological.
Stupid. Yeah, because we sat here for a long time.
Yeah.
You didn't have any issues. We both smoked the same thing. It was fine. Although the pen stabbing thing did make me nervous.
The human brain is pretty remarkable when you think about it. Because there's so many even though you're, completely zonked, your body just knows how to breathe
keep
and
living.
all these different functions can keep going despite,
that you're in a hole.
like your logical, I mean, I was always able to, I think that's why I didn't get real dark or like I didn't freak out was because I was always able to be like, this is the marijuana talking.
Yeah.
I'm not actually like,
yeah.
If that was my first experience, though, I probably would have gone insane.
But I want to know, like, when you say you were working out these things in your head, untangling these things, is there one example?
It's
of,
just hard
you're working
because
out?
it doesn't fully make sense. I feel like now, but I just know that I would like go through different areas. It was something about. I don't know. I really don't know because it jumps around too. It's not like you're just. If I was focused on one thing, it was just like ADD of just like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And that's why it was like sometimes my fingers dancing was like funny, and I was laughing, but I wasn't happy. Like it was still sad inside, but I was expressing laughter.
Okay.
Which is why I would be curious, like what I looked like to you when I was laughing.
I didn't see you laughing.
Oh.
Until we got on the mics, and then you were laughing freely.
And I was laughing, but I wasn't happy on the inside.
Yeah.
There was a separation
welcome to my life
between my
day.
exterior and my interior.
Yeah, that's every day for me, I feel like.
It was like the movie Get Out.
And the weed actually makes me feel better.
Yeah. No, that's the sad thing for me is there's no cure for what I have, which is sadness.
So you feel that way during the daytime too?
Not as there's
not
less
as
separation between the inner and the outer.
Yeah. Oh man, what a fucking episode. You guys, this is heavy friending. This is what we fucking do.
I still don't want to release this episode.
I think we should. Also, it's 2 episodes, and that's a real good. I
think I should go talk to school groups and tell them the dangers.
You're doing the Lord's work because there may be someone listening to this right now who's like, should I not? Mm-hmm. And maybe they're a kind of, let me give you a description, kind of a nerdy guy, right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't have a lot of love in his life, kind of a loner. Analytical. 2, some would say overanalyzes things. Has the trouble creating a solid, lasting friendships because he likes to withdraw from emotional situations, has trouble opening up. And that person may be thinking, should I smoke weed? And listen, I'm going to tell you, pal, no.
Yeah.
No's the answer, and you heard it here today.
I think that's wise.
Okay? You don't want to go in that hole.
I think if you have a powerful brain, I think if your brain's really powerful,
sure,
it might be the undoing of you. Because your brain's so powerful. Let's add in, I think I said this, I don't know, we did like 3 intros. I don't know if this was said on this on last episode or not. But I do feel like, I don't know what I was saying right there.
Okay.
Was it interesting?
What you were going to say?
Do you think I'm
no,
still...
because I think you were talking about how powerful your brain is.
Oh,
and
that's
never
right.
interesting to me because it's utter bullshit. But you know what, guys? I really appreciate you listening.
Yeah.
I had a blast.
You did?
Also, I had some dark moments too because, Joe did freak me out. I'll tell you this. I don't want to smoke weed with you ever again. It's okay. That's one thing we ain't never doing again.
You know what I will say, and I'm not blaming you,
okay,
but I feel like you were like, we really got to get high for the podcast.
I'm going to blame you about something.
Okay, great.
Is I asked you, how do you get when you smoke?
I don't get like this. This isn't normal.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
And you said, you acted like it didn't affect you at all. And then you said, after you were high, that sometimes you get really depressed.
No, I said one time I got depressed.
Well, I don't know. That may just be something to mention to me. Because you said you could count on one hand how many times you fucking smoked.
Yeah.
And that's a big percentage when you think about it, right?
That is true. I don't think I wasn't depressed though yesterday. It wasn't the same because I had other stuff going on at that time. Right. I wasn't depressed yesterday. I just went in the think hole.
I get it. I'm just saying depression would be an adverse reaction in my opinion. So it's just something
there was other stuff going on in my life.
Right.
That it opened up.
Right.
I didn't think...
Well, there's obviously other stuff going on in your psyche back deep down. And this is another thing about therapy, man. Maybe you go to therapy and then you smoke weed and maybe it'll be a whole nother thing.
I don't really think this wasn't like me working through like real problems.
Okay.
It was just a labyrinth, a maze of like puzzles.
Yeah.
So it was
okay.
Again, the powerful brain, it's like, whoa, don't overstimulate this brain.
Yeah.
Because it's already overstimulated.
Sure. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Heavy Friending.
Don't dismiss that.
In the last 2 episodes, I don't think your brain is that powerful. I think it's just...
You're jealous of my brain.
I don't think it's below average. I would just say it's average. Okay? And congrats for that. I mean, that's a compliment.
What are you?
Clearly.
Below.
Above. Clearly.
No.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. I was able to navigate the mazes. You couldn't. You got trapped in a maze. I was going through the maze like so fucking fast. I was like,
you don't even have mazes.
Maze, left, right.
No, you were like,
I don't know.
Colors and shapes.
No.
You went back to 3rd grade. I went to
No, man, I was exploring the
calculus.
galaxy in here. I just was doing it with a smile on my face because it was easy for me. For you, it was hard.
No, because you reverted back to, yay, I like
easy for others.
Cartoons. I'm in the cartoon state all the time. How about let's point that out?
Everybody knows you are.
I love the cartoons. You watched Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I was fine.
I'm navigating.
You didn't navigate
the
shit,
galaxy
brother.
right now.
You didn't navigate shit. You were trapped in a hole. Just remember that.
The hole that great philosophers found themselves in.
No.
Socrates.
I don't think Socrates was in a hole
he
making his
was.
fingers dance and laughing.
Oh, he was.
Okay.
Oh, he was. Oh, he was. And I was right there with him. And I met him last night.
Well, I think.
And I talked to a lot of dead people last night.
I think you talked to the devil.
No.
That's what I think you did.
Socrates.
Yeah, man. You like to get high or what? You smoke?
Let's just take it.
Smoke,
Let's just
bro?
ease into this.
You smoke?
No, actually, not really.
Yeah.